This is the preparation of our Jig Fitted front end for the 63-7 Corvette to C2. Here's our hood surround inside the main part of our fixture. And so we have the lower valance fixtures and we have all the headlight fixtures over there. So when this thing gets all bolted together with all the parts, we're going to assemble it. Right now we're showing the detail of our prep for our grind. You can see on the side of the hood surround where we had to grind for our bonding strip. It goes all the way up and around and across the front. Every place where the headlight parts are going to go is where we're setting our grind. So it's ground in place. Over here we're going to show you for future use all the parts that's going with this front end. You have the left and right hood surround bonding strip. We have the header bonding strip. We have the front nose, lower nose, and the bonding strip that goes with that as well. We have left and right parking light panels. We have left and right parking light panel bonding strips. And we have our 4 what we call pork chops for the headlights. And we have our 2 lower valance bonding strips that go with the lower valance. So there's going to be a grand total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces for this front end. And when we're done, it's all going to be jig fitted together. What we're doing right now is showing where we're going to pre-grind everything. This is our parking light panel bonding strips. So we're going to come in here and we're going to hit this edge. Every place we put the squiggly line is where we're going to grind. So these are the parts that go in to the parking light panel. Now in the parking light panel, you got to look at, we're grinding the inside where the bonding strip's going to go. We got to grind the inside where this parking light bonding strip I just showed you going. Then we got to grind inside. Hand me those, would you? Where these bonding strip panels are going to go. These are the little bonding strips that go into the parking light panel. So they fit down inside of here, like so. So those are going to get ground all the way across the front, the top, and these 2 little corners a little bit. So those get ground. So we're showing this, Weston, of where we're grinding all these for future use. So when you go to train somebody new, take over that fun job that you have, it'll make it easier to show them. This is our front valance. This goes between the parking light panels. So we're going to hit this right in here with our grinder. We have both of our parking light panel bonding strips done. This is our front lower nose. We're grinding all this on the front and down the sides a little bit so the bonding material will come out. This is our front lower nose. This is where the headlight pork chops go. This is where that bonding strip goes. So that all gets ground. A lot of grinding here. So then we have our other parking light panel. And you're basically going to go where the bonding strips are going. Is all the more you have to hit. And then the header for the headlights. You can see across here, this is where we hit that with the grinder all the way around. And then we're going to go back in here and drill those out for the rivets. Now keep in mind the proper rivets, rivet that to the header bar, are steel rivets, not aluminum rivets. When you mix aluminum and steel together, they rust. GM had that problem. They discovered it in 68 to 72 Corvettes. They used aluminum rivets in that V-bar on that car, and they started to mess up the fiberglass across there. Originally, the 63 to 7 had steel rivets, and that's what you got to use today. So, make sure that's what's in your front ends. If you're not sure, put a magnet, see if it's steel or not. If they're aluminum, they're going to bite you in the ass down the road. So keep that in mind. This is our main bonding strips for the hood surround, which is going to go to the parking light panel on the lower, the hood surround across the whole top, and then you're going to add the side fender after the front end's put on the car. We do not install the side fenders. It makes it a lot simpler to put it on afterwards. Well, that was 2 more pieces. So where were we at? 17, so that's 19 piece front end. And so this was our last bonding strip that we're going to hit. Now keep in mind, when you're hitting the front of this, you're also going to come and hit those sides a little bit, because your bonding material is going to seep out of there. And something you need to know about our parts, if we do release this to the public, we build everything with vinyl ester resin. Vinyl ester resin is what everybody uses to make a mold because it doesn't shrink. But then they change their resin and go to a production resin because it's like $1,000 less 55-gallon drum. And regular production resin can shrink. We're using the highest quality resin there is in the vinyl ester world, so we don't have a shrinkage problem. So here's our pork chop buckets that'll get riveted to our pork chop and then get installed, bonded into the front end. Once again, you want to use steel rivets there. You do not want to use aluminum rivets. And so this is just a little tip. We're filming this for internal use of where to grind. So these guys at any time can pick up their phone and look at a video, because we know they wouldn't be looking at emails or Facebook or any of that stuff, would you guys? You're only looking at videos of how to do what we do. So there's all of our pieces. They're all marked to where we're going to grind them. We've already ground the front end, as you saw. And once everything is ground and prepped and ready to go in, we'll show you the rest of it. Thanks for watching.